Welcome, friends. So, today I have a different format for you because this is something that I've been wanting to do, and now it really came through clearly for me. So, I knew that today was the time to start. And let me know in the comments if you like this format. This is something that I can do more often. So, today we're doing something like a pick a card tarot reading, but we're doing a pick a channeled message because I didn't even need to pick a card for these messages to come through. They just came through for you guys, but they feel specific to different members of the community. So let's begin with message number 1. So this message is for you if you looked at the thumbnail image and you were drawn to number 1. So what's coming through for you today is that there's no path to go back. And so what they're saying, and when I say they, I mean our guides, my guides and your guides. And just know that all of these messages are always filtered through your higher self. So you're only going to receive messages, energies, upgrades, activations from this channel that your higher self has approved of. Let's just put it that way. So anything that isn't for you today just gets banked for a later date if that energy can serve you, or if not, it just goes right by you. So just know that with any channeled message, activation, healing, etc., it's always in perfect divine timing, and it's always with the consent of your spirit. All right. That's interesting that came out right now, but somebody needed to hear it. So what they're saying is there's no path for you to go backward. And what they mean by that is if you are faced with a decision, and this can be romantic, it can be an ex, this can be financial, they're telling me, this can be career-wise, work-wise, job-wise, this can be any relationship in your life or any circumstance in your life where I would say within the next 1 to 3 months, or it could have happened already and you're actually working through it right now, you are being given an opportunity to go back to something. And what they're telling me is there is no path back, because any path back is going to turn you right around to where you are now and remind you of why you left that place in the first place. So just know that if you're brought a decision to make and it does not feel expansive in your nervous system, your body is saying, I don't know if I'm really feeling this. Even if your mind maybe is trying to sell you on it or talk you into it, that's not your intuition, right? So go with how your body feels. If you get a little in your gut, like, part of me wants this, or my ego wants the validation or whatever it is, but like your body is kind of jittery, off, questioning, that type of feeling where in your gut it just something doesn't feel right, or it doesn't feel like a life-giving choice, even though it may, like I said, feed your ego or give you validation that you've wanted your whole life or whatever it is. Just remember this message, because your intuition, your body doesn't lie, and you're going to remember why you chose a different path in the first place. And you're going to remember that, if you were meant to go back to something, it would feel incredibly expansive, incredibly life-giving. So that's the end of your message, group number 1. Just know that you can listen to all of the messages on here if you would love that. And if not, I'm so glad that you came to this reading and that I got to deliver this message to you. Thank you. I love you. All right. Now it's time for message number 2. So Group number 2, what's coming through for you is the message that you're not alone. And I'm feeling emotions rise up as I read this message to you. And that tells me that this strikes a chord, that maybe there's a part of you that has been feeling lonely or overlooked, or maybe you feel a little bit lost and it feels like there's not a lot of support around for you. Maybe you've lost a friendship recently, or you've found yourself maybe on a new path or in a new situation that's unexpected and you feel a little alone, unsure, lost, confused, whatever that may be. They're saying, and when I say they, I mean spirit and our spirit guides. They're saying that you're not alone. And they don't just mean it in that we are a soul tribe here on this channel, and we're part of a broader soul tribe of those of us who came here to this planet at this time to serve the light. And so we're all interconnected. We're all on the same mission. And in spirit, we're all connected. And that connection never leaves. And, you're always being held by spirit. You're always being supported by your guides. And so in that sense, you're never alone. But I know you've heard that before, or I would be surprised if you haven't. So on a cosmic sense, there's no such thing as alone. And they're actually going further with that message today. And they're saying, not only are you just not alone cosmically, period, but there are beings out there in the world, incarnated on this planet right now, that you are destined to have relationship with. And they usually don't bring through that word destined unless it's really, really strong. So just know that there's people that perhaps you haven't met yet, or that maybe you met briefly but are going to come back into your life, that are actually going to create beautiful connection and relationship with you in this life. And so just know that that's either here or it's on its way. And this can happen, like I said, it could have already just happened, or this could be within the next 6 months maximum. So from the time you hear this message. So just know that there are people in the world that you're meant to be connected with. It's not that you're somehow doing something wrong to make them not appear yet. It just means that there's divine timing happening here, and you're being asked to just be a friend to yourself right now. Be that friend that you would love to have, because when we're full, we can connect in relationship. When we're not full, we put expectations on relationships and want to receive something from them that we can't give ourselves, and that's when it gets yucky. So literally take this time before you are bringing these new friends or relationships or colleagues or whatever it is into your life. Excuse me. There's something going on with my throat chakra here as well. So this is telling me that they're saying that they want you to not only fill yourself up, but they want you to use your authentic voice and just truly be yourself, grounded, present, all of that. They're also bringing in animals. So if you were hoping for a new pet, or maybe you are going to adopt or foster an animal, or even just get out in nature and be present with animals and with, the word they're giving me is, that kingdom, the kingdom of nature, of plants and animals and all of that, that could also be something that's being drawn into your life. So thank you so much for being here with me. That's the end of your message for today. And of course, you can listen to all 3 messages or just the one you selected, but I'm so happy that I got to read for you today. So thank you. I love you. All right, now we're moving on to group number 3. And this was a surprise to me because the first 2 messages that came in before I even started recording, but I didn't have a message prepared for group number 3. So let's see what comes through for you. Immediately, they're showing me a diamond, but it's purple. So they're showing me that you are, the words they're saying are so funny. And when I say they, I mean spirit and our spirit guides, who are giving me this message for you today. They're saying you're top of the line, and it's kind of a silly way to say it, but the reason they're showing me a diamond and it's purple is they're saying you are literally the best. You're amazing, and yet you're not like everybody else. You're not just this crystal clear diamond or whatever. They're showing you as a purple diamond because they're saying you're unique. And so the message coming through for you is anywhere that you haven't embraced your unique, quirky, special qualities that make you who you are. And especially anywhere that you've been using defense mechanisms, they're saying you've been pushing people away by not embracing yourself and being around the people who can really enjoy and celebrate you. So let me give you an example. Maybe you like to create these, maybe you're a creator with, yarn, and maybe you create these crazy knits and really vibrant stuff, but you haven't been around a lot of other creators who do that type of thing. And maybe you're around, I don't know where this example is coming from, but maybe you're around more like the Pottery Barn aesthetic people who would kind of judge you or not be into what you're doing. Do you see my point here? It's they're calling you to not only be super enthusiastic about your own uniqueness and the stuff that's uniquely you, and they're kind of showing me maybe you write fan fiction, or maybe you're part of some quirky sort of fandom, or whatever it might be, whatever makes you unique. They're saying don't try to fit a square peg in a round hole. Don't try to mold yourself or subdue yourself or change yourself to fit what you think, the people around you or society or whoever, wants you to be or expects of you. They're saying actually you're going to find great people and great experiences and really warm feelings about yourself when you embrace who you are and you allow yourself to shine for people who are actually looking for you. So whether that means starting an Etsy shop or starting a YouTube channel or putting your stuff on Instagram or going to local events, you could go to something on Eventbrite or Meetup, or, kind of just find the people that are into what you're into and let that exalt you in your life. Let that raise you up in your energy and they're giving me this kind of spark of joy feeling. Let connection with people who get you spark joy. And that doesn't mean don't be around other people or it doesn't mean you have to separate yourself from people who don't have the same hobbies or gifts or whatever as you, but don't seek approval or validation or the same type of thing from those people who don't get it. You may connect with them on other levels, but I think there's a piece where your creativity, your uniqueness, your voice is trying to emerge here, and Spirit wants you to be able to have that be received, I think, is the main point of this message. So I hope that uplifts you today. Thank you for being here today and receiving this message. You are all so fantastic, and I love you very much. Talk to you soon.